Thanks, guys. Joined now by the head coach of your Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski. And Coach, that one had to feel good. Going into Washington, on the road, a team playing for their playoff lives, to get that kind of performance really in all phases from your football team.
Yeah, great team win, like you mentioned. Going on the road versus a good football team, you got to play a complete game. Wasn't perfect at all times, but you saw examples of the defense holding it together for the offense making some big plays, and then special teams. I think Corey was outstanding, was obviously chosen as the AFC Player of the Week, which was very deserved based on what he did in the field position game.
All right, let's talk about halftime. Because you go in there, you feel like you're probably dominating that game, but offensively we couldn't get it going. You go in down 7-3. What was kind of the message, and what adjustments did you make that led to a second half that was as good a stretch of football as I think this team's played all year?
Well, defensively, the message was this is a big series coming out of here. If you remember, the week before, we had given up a long drive, a touchdown, and then given up another score. So we really wanted to be great in that first drive, and we were. We went, stopped the run on first and second down, and got off the field on third down. On the other side, we really just had to get out of our own way, and it was a little bit of everything, and myself included. So we all just had to kind of do our job. There was no sense of panic at all. You know, you're down 7-3 in a close ball game with 30 minutes to go. So it was really about doing your job, doing a little bit better, playing a little bit harder, and I thought you saw the guys come out in that second half and make plays, because it is a playmaking game.
You know, you've spent obviously a lot of time around basketball. You spent a lot of time in this game as well. It felt like kind of when Amari stepped out of that tackle and got in the end zone, it was kind of like a shooter finally seeing it go in, and it was just like the floodgates opened.
It was, and you know, you watch the tape of the first half and you're wondering what is holding us back. And again, it was a protection here, it was a throw here, it was a route here. It was just trying to stay on schedule. Run game was going, trying to get the pass game going, and we just weren't getting in a rhythm just yet. But I do think we found the rhythm, and then it's a matter of, all right, let's not have 30 minutes where we got to remind ourselves that we can do this.
All right, well, we want to carry this forward, right? Another opportunity on the road, another team playing for their playoff lives, and this one just happens to be our rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So when you look at them, what has changed from when we played earlier in the year? Obviously, new quarterback, TJ Watt is back, and they're playing good football.
Yeah, that's right. It's the same schemes as we know, but you add a new quarterback in. What they're doing is they're playing to his strengths. So some of the things that they're doing in the run and pass game are a little bit different. He is a very mobile quarterback. He's very athletic. He's a smart scrambler. He's going to try to buy time and make plays with his feet. He'll be able to throw the ball down the field, which you've seen over the course of his time in there. So they're doing a nice job. Defensively, they're playing at a really high level. They're making things hard for the offense. It's hard to run it. It's hard to throw it. They're obviously pressuring the quarterback, and they're doing a nice job. So what we're able to do in that first game is really stay on schedule. Staying on schedule led to third and manageable when we got into third down, and it led to us being able to possess the football, and I think that's so key versus this team.
Yeah, so when we're on offense, the challenges they present, really that 5-down lineman look that they go in their 3-4, how does that affect what you like to do, especially given how wide and fast Highsmith and Watt are? Yeah,
it's a challenge. I mean, any which way you look at it, you have two outstanding edge players. You got Cam Hayward, who's, you know, I have a ton of respect for. So it's a good defense that they play to their strengths. So they know how to set edges in this defense. They play physical up front. They try to disguise in the back end in the pass game. So you really, at the end of the day, need to be about your business offensively. You got to be really clean with your assignments, with your details, and then it's going to be a strain. It's going to be a 60-minute game.
I thought we did a great job against the run. They were certainly committed to the run. Last week were the Commanders, and this Steelers team, since their Week 8 bye, they've changed. They're a team now top 3, I think, in carries per game since that time. So they're going to run it with Najee. They got Jaylen Warren, who's running well, coming off a career high for him in total yards. How do you kind of slow down that ground game? Because I think for us, it's the same thing for them, right? You want to get them in third and longs where we can go get after Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, major challenge. You're right. They are running the ball really well, and there's definitely been a shift in their run game. They're doing a few different things schematically, but they're really doing a nice job, and I think they have 2 outstanding backs, really good offensive line. So it's a huge challenge with run defense. As you know, it's run fits, it's being true to your run fits, but then it's a physicality part. We just have to run the football. We got to get off blocks.
That'll be great to go in there and get a big win. Coach, thanks so much for the time, and best of luck.
Thanks, Nathan.